Alright, what's up, guys? Today, we're taking a break from the Height Y60 build because I've stumbled across this Alienware in my findings. Kind of a weird backstory to it. I'll try to give you the short version of it, but my ex-wife acquired it through one of her ex-boyfriends, gave it to my daughter. So my daughter, of course, that's why you guys see the platinum cheetah bedspread and the girly stuff in the gaming room there. That's like her bedroom. She's only here a couple days a month, so that's her bed and her PC set up to the left of me when we're in our normal spot. But this is what she has to game on when she's at home. And man, I really expected whenever my ex-wife told me it was broke, I told her I'd have a look at it. I really expected it to be like just some basic little, Lenovo office tower or something. I didn't expect an actual Alienware gaming PC. Like, I was very stunned whenever she opened her little hatchback and pulled this out of it. I was like, what the hell? But if I had to guess, I'm gonna say, like, I don't know, maybe 2009ish is when the era this is from. As you can see, we're in the acrylic days where we're not really showing off our hardware. This is all you have here, this little thin panel that you can't really see through. I'm sure it was never really that clear, even when it was new. But to finish the story, when it broke, she took it to a PC shop in her hometown, and they told her something had been spilled on it, needed a new graphics card, and it'd be like $1,000+ or something. And I told her I'd have a look at it, and this thing has been basically gutted. Like, I did open it up just to check the damage, and to see what we were working with. And upon doing that, and of course I always check, no matter who you get stuff from, guys, like, I don't care if it's like your best friend in the whole wide world, always check PCs before you bring them in your house, because they may not even know if there's creepy crawlies in there. Roaches are drawn to heat, and they will get in those computers and get behind the motherboard. And I've seen it 100 times on YouTube. Thank God, not in person, but just watching other people's videos. I've seen so many people run into roaches, and that's not a risk you want to take. Like, I hate even putting the stuff in my Jeep, to be honest. But I did find when I opened it up, there was one water bug right here. It scared me. I thought it was like a roach at first, but it was dead, probably from corrosion, as we see here. But yeah, there was one dead little water bug on his back right here when I opened it. And man, this thing is a project and a half if you really wanted to, like, try to restore this thing. But it does have an i7 in it. I don't know, I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where, but I did see that there was an i7, and it's still running a hard disk. That's actually a 2 terabyte hard disk drive. But as you can see, they gutted the RAM and the graphics card, so I don't know. It seems kind of like shady business practice to me. I don't know why they do all this crap. You can't even see it unless you're working on it. But usual Alienware stuff here. You see a nice little alien head there on the motherboard. More corrosion. But yeah, it just seems to be bad business practice. Like, if the graphics card was damaged or whatever, like, why'd you take it out? To kindly throw it away for her, you know? Just, I don't know, I suspect some foul play here, because, like, the RAM's not in there either. Not one single stick of RAM was in there. I was very surprised when I opened it up to see an AIO. It's just a little single fan AIO. It actually has 2 fans. It's like it's set up in some push-pull configuration. And that appears to be Like, other than this little bitty fan, that appears to be like the only fan or fans in here. Like, this thing was a hot box. It probably baked itself. It was probably the original problem with it being so old and just full of dust. Like, before I start working on it, I'm not going to do like a crazy deep clean like you see some guys do on their channels. Like, man, I'm still working on the height build. If you follow my channel, it's been 2 weeks since I posted anything, and I'm normally better about that. You know, I try to post every Monday, but just I work a lot. I've mentioned that several times on the channel, but I work 6 days a week, so I don't get as much playtime as I'd like. And when I do get free time, I have to take care of adulting stuff like mowing the yard and cooking and kid stuff, you know. Got little humans I have to take care of and responsibilities. But I did already see, like, there's a ton of little PCBs in here. Like, I was only able to find one video of how this part comes out. It was actually Dawood Does Tech. But yeah, I was only able to find that one video on it that was actually like the exact same model, almost. And I did see that like he had a much nicer one. He actually scored his off of I think it was eBay or Craigslist or something for $76. And that video is actually quite old, so, but it's still in way better condition than this one. But there's a ton of little daughter boards or PCBs that I believe go to functionalities of the case itself. Like, there's one of them I could already see two capacitors, not necessarily swelling, but just kind of bent. And like when it's new, I notice on his, like when you turn it on, these are like gills that like pop up. Like, that was the airflow, even though there's doesn't appear to be any fans on the underside of here actually pushing it. They were kind enough to leave the Wi-Fi dongle when they stole the RAM and the graphics card out of here. But what gets me is, unless this thing was open, hell, even if it was open, if something got spilled, it didn't have a whole lot of entryways to get in the rig. But yeah, this part, I think, is supposed to just like the fins open up upon powering it on. And then I thought this was the power button, like most Alienwares it is, but this is actually the little power button. And this part just exposes like your little, your I/O. And this alien head actually opens this thing, revealing a Blu-ray player and some sort of digital screen. Let's see what we have in the way of I/O. Can't really see much. That was one of the reasons I'm outside on the porch is I'm gonna blow some dust out of here. That's what I started to say a while ago. I'm not gonna do like a deep clean, and I'm just gonna, I mean, I will if I believe there's some potential here, but first things first, I'm just gonna blow a bunch of dust out of here. I'm gonna throw a stick of RAM and a graphics card in here and just see if it'll even boot and we get a post. But yeah, it's got not much in the way of I/O. And then you got no, this is predates Type C, so I know we're not going to get any of that. But yeah, bringing it outside, another reason for that is just so I could see. I mean, it's so dark in there. All these little crevices, it's kind of hard to see with what you're even looking at. But yeah, I'm gonna give this thing a little dusting, and then I'm gonna slap a graphics card and stick a RAM in here and see if we get a post. The RAM is DDR3, So I actually had to order that. I don't even keep DDR3 around, 'cause I don't really ever, unless it's just cases like this where it's basically given to me or helping somebody out, I don't really do anything past DDR4. If it's not DDR4, it's too old for me to mess with most of the time. But yeah, interesting little rig. We don't mess with much retro stuff on the channel, so I thought this would be a kind of a fun little find to share with you guys. And this is the first time y'all been on the porch too. Actually, it's not. Y'all, I brought y'all out here whenever I did the butcher block when I was staying in it to build the workbench / desk. But I've got the electric duster charged up and ready to go. Got gloves, got some RAM. I got the trusty 1030 graphics card we use for testing, as it does not need supplemental power. It's powered solely by the motherboard. If you ever run across one of those, the 3050 is the same way. They didn't make a 50 in the 20 series, but yeah, 3050 or like a 1030, or just having a little graphics card around just for testing that doesn't require supplemental power and it's powered by the motherboard. That's good to have around if you do a lot of tinkering on stuff. Blow some of this stuff out of here. I'm not gonna like deep clean or do a major dust job just yet. Mainly just making sure there's nothing in these RAM slots or the GPU slot. Can't even tell what power supply is in there. It doesn't say how many watts it is. I brought the portable monitor out. I think we're just gonna start off with one stick here, just to see if we get a post. I have no idea if this thing has integrated graphics or not, but I doubt it. But then again, I don't know. I mean, it could. And maybe that's why they thought they could pull that GPU out of there and nobody would notice. Man, we're upside down. Break out the good old 5090 here. Isn't this just the cutest little guy you've ever seen? Man, this thing just, I don't know why, it just amuses me so much, but it does. Got it on eBay for, I think I paid like 30 bucks for it. Matter of fact, when I got it out, I probably should dust it a little bit. Got a little bit of dust caked up in there. 100%, this is the way to go. Do not buy canned air, guys. For 30 to 50 bucks, you can get you a good electric duster. That is 100% the way to go. Canned air is a waste of money and not very eco-friendly either. All right. And when I first started getting into this, looking at Facebook Marketplace, deal hunting, when I had hardly anything, one of the first purchases I made is I found a lady that had a bunch of just mostly junk, but one of the major scores that she did happen to have was a bag of power supply cords that I think she had it listed for like 10 bucks. I got there to pick them up, and I actually knew the lady. She was one of my customers that I butcher for, and all the stuff was her son's, and he had got married and moved off, and she was just trying to clear junk out. I don't know, making a yoga room or something out of his old bedroom. But she would not take any money. I got them for free. But if you ever run across anybody selling power cords, like, jump on it, because any type of work I ever do for anybody, like 90% of the time they have lost their power cord somehow. So that was one of the first and greatest investments I ever made, or tried to make. Again, she wouldn't take any money because I've already had to use like 3 or 4 of them. And if you've got to buy one of those things new, like, for one, you got to wait on it to come in. For two, they're like 15 bucks just for the cord. I'm sure you can probably find them cheaper on AliExpress or something, but we won't even get into tariffs and all that crap right now. So AliExpress and all that may not be a option in the near future. I don't know what I'm doing here. Try to set this up where you guys can see if we get a post or not. And that's definitely not going to be long enough. That's what she said. Just plug this in first. Let's see what room we have to work with. All right. Let's see what happens. Well, fans immediately start spinning. We're gonna get a post. It's training memory. This sucker sure is loud. No post. We may have to switch RAM slots. Try that maybe. Oh, what we got here? We might be getting a post. I didn't even bring a keyboard or a mouse out. I didn't plan on doing any in-depth stuff. I literally was just seeing if we get a post or not. Is that screen light up in there? No, nothing. phone just said my device is too hot. It may reduce quality, so I don't know why here lately my phone's been getting really hot when I'm recording. Which is weird because I've recorded much longer videos and not had any issue. And we're not even into the real Texas heat yet. Yeah, it's not looking good. I might play with this thing some more off camera. I don't know. Let me see. We could try switching RAM slots. I don't know why I put it in the first one anyway. That's actually the wrong slot to begin with. Power it down. Switch RAM slots. It's doing something. There's not even a power switch on this little power supply. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why I put that in the first slot. I know better than that. Try to do all this stuff one-handed. I think I got that seated well enough. DDR3 memory is so old. It's like cheap, dirt cheap now. I actually bought that brand new on Amazon for 15 bucks for silicon power. For two 8 gig sticks with 1600 transfer speed, which is crazy considering we're up to the RAM I'm about to buy for my personal rig is 6,200 mega transfers. Well, as of right now, I only have $15 invested into this, and don't know that she's gonna boot for us, guys. Just wanted to share this little process with y'all. I didn't know what it was gonna do one way or the other, but it was worth a shot. We're still not completely out of the game yet either, you know. There's other stuff we can try. If nothing else, that 2 terabyte spin-in drive could be worth a little bit to somebody, just for a little game library drive. And like I said, there is an i7 on there. I don't know where I saw that at. I couldn't find that again, but I know I did see an i7 sticker. And that little fan pushes some air. But we could pull that i7 out of there and that spinning drive. I don't know, that's worth something. Back in its day, this thing was worth probably $2,000 if you were to buy this thing brand new back in its heyday. Which I actually just noticed something that I had not noticed before. And there's a refurbished sticker on there. Huh. It's like I'm not the first man to chart these territories. I don't know, I don't want to keep you guys drag this out too long. It's not looking like we're gonna get a post today. But I'll do some more tinkering off camera and update you guys. Oh, fan just stopped spinning. She just gave up. Can hear that drive trying to open. Oh, it's flashing. Oh, nice. That Blu-ray drive's worth something too, man. We might end up just parting this thing out. I don't know if she wants to go through the trouble of selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, but man, some of these older parts, you'd be surprised. I just saw Tech Wando post a video just yesterday or not that long ago, and he ran into an old system kind of like this. And I think it was like a 4th gen i7. Man, those things are still going for like $150 on eBay. It's pretty wild. People will still pay a premium for some of these parts, I guess, for cases like this where they're just trying to get some old system back up and running, and they don't make the part anymore. They need it, so they'll pay what they have to, I guess. And speaking of, we got Axel's Omaha sticks. You guys see me give him on camera occasionally. That's his treat. Every day he gets one Omaha stick. It's like a jerky stick type dog treat. They discontinued them, so he's kind of upset. He ain't had his treat in a few days. I gotta find something to replace it. He's very picky, being a butcher's dog. I don't know, man. I don't want to drag this on any longer. It's pretty boring, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to post more frequently too, because I am getting a little bit of time now where I can finish the height build. I'm really excited to get that put together and show you guys. It's gonna have that monitor built into the case. It's gonna be so sweet. But till next time, peace.